we put ourselves first before the brand. So I think that's like a huge part of it is like we work on ourselves a lot as a unit and as a collective, like outside of like the whole work stuff. Like we'll go on hikes, we'll do like, just did a cold plunge.
Yeah,
we'll
I
do
saw
some
that.
like,
That was very ballsy. I was like, oh my gosh.
But like so many different things. Like we meet every Wednesday, we do like swim nights, we do like sauna, we do like just a bunch of like different activities that kind of help us reflect on life. Where do we want to go and where do we want to take our goals? But like, I think that's where it starts. Yeah.
So you guys obviously talk about community a lot in just the language that you use when I speak to you personally and even throughout the branding. Define community and why is it so important for you?
Damn.
Personally, but also as a brand.
Yeah.
Do you want to step on that?
Why? Is it too hard?
No. Let me think of a good bar.
Well, I guess to us,
Let me think of a good bar.
to us, community is just like...
It's unity.
What the fuck? To us, community is an ensemble of like people that just follow a certain idea or like believe in a certain like cause, product,
Purpose.
A
Representation of
a
values.
community can also believe in another community. You know, it's like, it's just, a community is a group of people that share the same interest.
Yeah.
And to us, well, our community just seems to share an interest in No Diploma, but also in just bettering themselves in multiple ways, learning unconventionally, teaching unconventionally. You know, we've had workshops, we've had like so many things where we just share information, spread knowledge. And I feel like our community has a taste for that.
Right.
You know? So that's why we value our community so much, because our community could be just as involved when we do like a new drop and like, hey, look at these new hoodies we dropped. But they could also be just as involved when we like ask everyone to show up for a cold plunge. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Our community doesn't only care about like buying clothes.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not what we're about. We make the clothes because we think they're cool. We put time, effort, like a lot of our minds into it, but that's a result of all these other things that we've explored.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the themes too on like what we create too, you know, it's like, it's the idea, it's like knowledge of self. It's like, we're preaching a message, we're preaching a purpose with what we do.
So our next collection is based around ice because we did a cold plunge.
Yeah, we're kidding. Yeah, he's joking.
But no, yeah, like when we did the outdoor goods, that was like summer.
Yeah, it was like right after COVID, so it's like,
Okay.
No, it was this summer.
oh yeah, well yeah,
Yeah, and like the whole shoot was like in the forest, and then like we had a pop up. The whole installation was like with.
yeah. That's the thing. If you come to a No Diploma pop up, don't expect just like clothes on a rack. It's like you're going in for an experience, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I went to one.
Yeah.
Which one did you guys go to?
I went like, okay.
The contraband one.
Or the outdoor one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that was
At
like
the park when
yeah.
we met for the first time. I mean,
That's true.
met in real life. And I purposely went like at the end because I was like, ugh. I was like in a phase. I was in a phase where I didn't want to be around people, but I was like,
right.
I wanted to like at least go
Network.
and like see what the brand looks like
But you showed up.
Like,
yeah.
physically, you know,
Yeah.
because like that's also been little parenthèse. One of my biggest goal this year, and that's why I admire No Diploma so much too, is like I want to consume art in a more physical way. So not just listen to music with like my earphones, like actually go to a store and buy a record and like have that and take photos and like printing them and all those things, like instead of just it being all digital,
A
because
tangible experience.
yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what we want to like create, a tangible experience.
Exactly.
And everyone has their own like tangible experience. Like to me, art could be just going to the store buying a smoothie, and that smoothie's art because I love it so much.
Yeah.
But to you is like buying a record, you know.
Yeah.
And we just want to like kind of unite that idea.
Yeah, I always say that like art is an experience. Like that's really
Exactly,
what
yeah.
art is, and
Yeah.
we have different experiences with the art that we consume. So I could create something and I have my own experience with it, but someone else who's experiencing whatever they're experiencing through my art is having a whole different experience, and that's their own thing. So I guess like that's also part of the discussion around community that we're having.
And I'd say honestly, like probably building community is one of your biggest strengths, and I feel like you guys would agree. But to bounce off of that, what are other things that you feel like are your strengths and in your business with the branding as well? Like, what are some other strengths besides building community that you feel like you've been able to?
Graphic language, bro.
Yeah, and that's
Graphic language.
Yeah.
that's this guy responsible for that. If he
Get
wants
up a
to.
little bit. Just pop on camera for like. There it is.
But yeah, this guy behind the cam,
Loso type.
Loso type.
On
Underscore type.
Instagram.
Yeah, check him out. He's responsible for the design language and research. So I feel like, and amongst other things as well. But I just want to, I think that's like one of our definitely strongest things that we're really proud of too. Is like just Loso's just the kind of guy that just digs a lot, like beyond the surface. And I feel like
I love how we're all looking at him. And
Yeah.
he's
So unbothered.
But
Yeah.
he's digging.
he's digging right now, like, you know. But he'll pull like different things, different archives, and you're just like, whoa, what? Like we'll just be like brainstorming ideas or like concepts. And then he won't talk to us for like 2 days. He'll come back and like just show us like a whole thing. We're like, oh my God, this is exactly what we're trying to get, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just like, I feel like in the last year, 2 years, like the design language and world that we're building, because it's important, right? It's like, yeah, you're building a community, you're building a brand, but it's also like the experience we're talking about, those textures of designs, the language, everything that goes, the packaging, everything that goes with that is what enhances the whole, you know, No Diploma movement.
Like you can see the evolution.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And same thing with like Nelson.
Mhm.
There's like all the little characters.
Yeah, we have
and
Nelson
stuff.
from one of our
Chile.
illustrators from Chile,
Oh, wow.
who does like all the like No Diploma records,
He does like the little
illustrations,
characters.
Flago,
Flago, yeah.
yeah, and content too. I think our content game is like I don't even want to like. Our content game is crazy. Like we have content for the next like
It is
3-4 months
Yeah.
that we
very
just
good.
don't even like our consistency with content. And
Yeah.
that's shout out to Teo Omri from Jerusalem, who does like all the all the editing and a lot of other stuff too. But yeah, our BTS, like our whole like content team is on point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Shout
can
out the
agree.
team real quick because we haven't mentioned like
Okay, yeah.
Who's
how
on the
many
team?
people,
What
like who's on
they're
the team,
doing,
what do they do?
What
Okay.
do they eat
Talk
for
about the team.
breakfast?
Yeah.
You know?
What's
Okay,
the
so we
credit
got-
score?
we got Seo, we got Loso, we got James, who's also who works on the design part
James
of things.
is the everything, man. Like,
Yeah, assists us on like everything, and also works a lot on like cut and sew department. Aldo, as you guys know as well,
Yes.
creative director, photographer, and just overall creative. Abiaz, who helps a lot on the logistics side of things as well, that you guys that you know as well.
We used to work together.
Yeah, and Omri, and then apart from that, like we have like a couple freelancers that helps us, like Birdie,
Adam.
Adam, and Ange. Yeah, Ange. Yeah.
Cool. And that's
So
a
it's
like, full
Nick.
team.
Nick.
This is-
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is
Nick.
a very full team of people.
Yeah.
And a few of them are not based in Montreal.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the beauty of it too. It's like when you're nurturing a community, it's like outside of the city. So it's like you're working with people who believe in the vision and the purpose, and like we could still work with people on like Omri's like what 12-hour difference or something, and we're like so
He's always like, call me, and it's the morning for me, and it's like
yeah,
evening for him.
it's crazy.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we gotta make it work. Sometimes he stays up super late just to like talk to us when we're available.
Yeah.
Boy.
It's crazy.
And he came down for the first time in Canada for
This
the
summer.
pop-up this summer, all the way from
Aw.
Jerusalem. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that's what like, and he discovered us through a YouTube video.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that's how he like started working with the brand, and so
That's nuts.
it's pretty wild.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
Trying to be like, cute, my boy.
Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe for more. My name is Bernie. And my name is Yasmine. Remember, love always. And always love.